Hello, my name is Nikhil, and welcome to my final project presentation. This is an original composition for piano solo for Music Theory 1. This is a piece in the form of theme and variations. My piece is titled Nikhil's Variation Styles, and the compositional model I chose for inspiration is Danza della Moza Donosa by Alberto e Ginastera. I wrote this piece in the key of A flat major, and there's a cadence in the antecedent phrase and the cadence in the consequent one as well. The first phrase is 8 measures and ends on a PAC, a half cadence. The second phrase begins on the ninth measure and ends on a PAC on the tonic of A flat. The trills appear in the second phrase as well, this time being played twice throughout measure 12. I used a classical TSDT pattern throughout this theme. Next, I will talk about variation 1. For variation 1, I kept a similar melody to the main theme, but varied the way it is written so it sounds a bit different. I continued to use the trills for the musical action and momentum. Some of the measures are kept just like some ones in the theme, but I decided to use more arpeggiation both in the bass and treble clef on certain measures. I also changed the BPM from 40 to 50. This makes the rhythm have more momentum. I also wrote Variation 2. Variation 2, however, starts off with the relative minor key of A flat major in F minor. I decided to slow the piece down a slight bit to 43 BPM and slower than the first variation, but slightly faster than the theme. I incorporated stacking chords using octave doubling. I also continued to use arpeggiation in the bass, and the texture starts to feel more full throughout the piece as the variation moves toward its last cadence at measure 50. To end this piece, I brought it back to A flat major and used some patterns I wrote in the beginning of this piece. For example, I used what the first rhythmic motive was in the first measure of the theme and decided to transpose it to the 5 chord after the first measure of A flat in this outro is done. I did this to bring the listener back to what the original theme sounded like and make it interesting by putting in different chords, but with the same rhythm. I ended the whole piece together on a PAC on A flat on the tonic, holding the measure through for the listener to be satisfied with what I have written. I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Thank you.